Hey everybody, and welcome to the lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, ballers, and grillers. Especially grillers, because today it's chilling and grilling. Won't be grilling outside because this is our Thanksgiving today. Of course, you're going to see it tomorrow, which will be Friday. But I'm going to show you just a couple things. Like I'm going to show you how I prepare my turkey, how I make my stuffing, and my potatoes and my vegetables. And we have a lot of other stuff too, but I'm just going to show the main things that I do and try to do a little condensed version so it's not really long. As you can see, I have water because it's not even noontime yet because I have to start getting ready. So Uncle Larry is not an alcoholic. He does drink other things, and water is a very good thing. So just to let you know that I'm not always having a beer, despite what a lot of you guys think. So anyway, put your feet up, grab yourself something cold to drink, and relax and enjoy the show. First thing we're going to do is prepare the stuffing for the turkey. We need some celery, a large onion, some butter, some sweet Italian sausage, some chicken broth, and don't judge me on this. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't judge me. Stovetop stuffing mix. That's right, you heard it. This is how I make my stuffing. You can, I could make it from scratch with the bread cubes and use all the seasoning, but I don't want to do it. I'm going to use this. This is the easiest way to make delicious stuffing. Don't knock it till you try it. We doctor it all up, and you could do the same thing if you want an easy way to make stuffing and a delicious way. You try this out. You don't have to tell anybody. It can be our little secret. Of course, mine's not a secret anymore because you guys all know. So the first thing we're going to do is start sauteing. Well, we're going to chop some celery and some onion, and then we're going to saute that up. Put your butter in your pan. I got about 2.5 to 2 tablespoons of butter in there. I'm going to add my celery, which is, I did 3 stalks of celery, and that one onion, that one large onion. Now you're going to get these going. This is going to take a little while. You're going to get that going until these get, translucent. Not all the way, because when they get tender, let's put it that way, because then I'm going to add the sausage at that point once they get tender. So it's going to take probably 10-15 minutes for all this. Try to break them onions up in there and stuff. Just keep an eye on them. Don't burn anything. Remember, you can put it on low heat. I have it on about medium to low right now. You don't want to cook it, you don't want to burn it. Make sure you do that. You just on the low side of medium. As you can see, they're not all the way done yet, but that's okay. They're getting tender now on the tender side. So now we're going to add our sausage. Now these have the skin on them, so we're not putting the skin in here. So you want to make sure that you slit it and get that skin off of there. Throw that in there. You can get them without the skin on, but this is how I do it. So, and it can be a little chore, but kind of turn it inside out there like that. And then I'm just going to show you with these two right now. You're going to break that up in there in pieces with your spoon, especially as it cooks, it'll even break apart easier. Cook that all up. When that turns, when there's no pink left in there on the sausage, then you know it's all done. Let me put the rest of this in there and get that done. That's what you do. As you can see, the sausage is all done now. There's no pink left in there, and the celery and the onion are done. So what you can do now is just turn your flame off, let that sit aside, and now we're going to get the stuffing mixture together in the pan. Now we're going to get our stuffing mixture together. They have directions on the box, so that's really kind of easy to follow on here. But we do it a little bit different. Instead of using water, we use chicken stock. And that's 6 cups, which is on the directions for 6 cups of water, but it would be 6 cups of chicken stock the way I do it, and a whole stick of butter. So
it's kind of weird that we use chicken stock instead of anything that would be like turkey related, since it's turkey stuffing.
Huh?
Turkey stuffing, Thanksgiving, turkey, but this is chicken broth.
Right, and chicken and turkey are pretty close, so it's...
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay? The one time you talk. Anyway, so you have that all in your pot. Turn that on. And you can put that on high. I'm going to put a lid on it too. Tom, you want to put a lid on it? Ah, I've been waiting to say that to you. Anyway, so you
Well,
put...
you don't. Every time you have a lid.
Alright, so anyway, keep it on the high side. I'm putting a lid on it so it comes to a boil faster. You want to keep an eye on that. And once that comes to a boil, then we'll go to the next step. As you can see, it's boiling, so we're going to turn the flame off. We're going to dump all our cubes in there, little bread. Well, they're not cubes, they're bread crumbs. We have 4 packs of them because we followed the directions. And I hope my pot's big enough. Just about. Because these are going to fluff up. You're going to stir these up, then put your lid on it. Be careful, mine's going to overflow here. Put a lid on it. Tom, put a lid on it. Yep. I'm just kidding. I'll get the lid. Anyway.
The lid's over there anyway.
Yeah. We're going to stir this completely up, put a lid on it, and let it sit for 5 minutes. And then that'll be... I'm going to try to get all this stuff down into the liquid that's down there. You don't want dry stuffing. Okay. Do that. Put a lid on it. Let it sit for about 5 minutes. So now you can take your pot of stuffing and I don't know how easy this will be to transfer it in there, but it shouldn't be too bad. Put it all in there. It's a lot of stuffing. Come on. That steam is hot. There we go. Okay, fluff it up a little bit. You can get yourself a fork if you wanted to fluff it up. Next, you're going to take your other ingredients that we cooked up and dump them in there too. Mix it all up nice and good. Then after that, you can start to prepare your bird and then stuff it. We have our turkey prepared now. I just want to bring it up real quick. There's a piece of plastic in there. You got to make sure you bring it out. There's some innards that are inside there in a package. You got to make sure you take them out, and a neck. Make sure you take all that stuff out of there because it don't belong there. It's just other pieces that you can use for different stuff. But the plastic you definitely want to take out. I rinse it off inside and out. After that, it's time to stuff it. Now, if you use a spoon like this, right, and you go in here, it's kind of hard to do it this way, to really stuff it in there. Some people, you know, they have a problem with stuffing. They say you should never stuff a bird, which is, I find to be a bunch of bullshit. You know, I grew up with my mom doing this, and nobody has ever gotten sick. So anyway, use a spoon. You can use your hand if you want to. It doesn't really matter. The stuffing that's going to be left over, we are going to actually be cooking that. You don't want to get it all over in the pan, but we're actually going to be cooking the rest of it in the oven anyway. So it's not like I'm touching a raw bird going back into the stuffing and it's going to hurt anybody, because we're going to actually be cooking that stuffing in the oven anyway. The stuff that's not going to go in the bird. But anyway, I'm going to stuff this as much as I can in there, and I'm going to show you how I close it up. And then we'll put it. We actually put it inside a bag to cook it, an oven bag, and I'll show you that too after I finish stuffing it. As you can see, it's stuffed. So you take this, you take some skewers if you have them like this, little ones, and poke it through here. It's kind of almost like you're suturing it up to close it up. I have a whole bunch of these things, so we're going to stick them all over the place, except for in your finger. It's not good to stick them in your finger Unless you want a finger piercing, which, you know, that's totally up to you. And I'm going to go there, like that. Put one this way if I don't get Tom's elbow in my eye.
We're close to your eye.
You're close. Okay, maybe one more up here.
Besides, your arm needs to be less in the way so I can actually film you actually getting it done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in your way?
No, you're in the camera's way.
Am I in the camera's
That's what's
way?
important.
Is that? Yes, it is important, Tom. Glad you have your priorities straight. Now shut the hell up. What?
Wow,
What?
okay, rude.
All right, so there you go. That's what you do. Most importantly, I almost forgot. We put bacon on our turkey. Hello, Mr. Turkey. I'm going to dress you up now.
New meaning of the term turkey bacon.
Let me tell you, I've tried making turkey all different kinds of ways. I've tried brining it. I've put butter underneath the skin with garlic and different spices. I've done so many different ways. And then last year I heard a bunch of stuff about this, so we decided that we were going to try it. And guess what? It was the best turkey we ever had, wasn't it, Tom?
Yep. And it had bacon.
Yeah, which is always a good thing. See, the bacon will actually, it's like basting it all on its own. Because it's going to just, that fat from the bacon is just going to get inside that meat. Now, you guys can say, okay, that's unhealthy and everything. But you know what? I don't really care. Do you care, Tom? Because
No.
it's good. And I'm not really a fan of turkey to begin with. Because, well, I never was until last year. Because it's, you know, it's usually on the dry side. But I'll tell you what. You do this on your turkey. And I'm telling you, I really think you will be amazed at how tender and juicy it actually will be. And I'm going to use this whole pack of bacon on this turkey. I'm sorry that it's taken so long, but it is. It's like putting it's like wrapping a mummy. Not like I've wrapped a mummy before.
Yeah, you're old enough.
What? All right, you got me back. We're even now?
Woohoo!
What? Hey, everybody, get back to me and let me know if you would rather Tom be quiet on camera or actually talk. I think you all know my opinion. No, I'm actually glad that Tom talks. I want him to talk on camera. Smart ass.
Rude.
Just trying to find little spots to put some bacon on there. I'm trying to get everything covered on there. Okay, so there we go. We got a bacon covered turkey right there. I'm gonna get my bag ready now. Carefully put it inside the bag. Make sure you flour the inside of your bag because just follow the directions. That's all you gotta do.
Directions on the box.
Yes. We have it inside the bag. Now put your bag in your turkey. Make sure you tuck that bag in there. Now, take a knife. You want to cut about, it says it on the directions, 6 half-inch slits. And that's to let the steam come out of there. And there you go. Now you pop it in the oven. Forget it. Got to open the door to the oven because Tom can't. And you put it in there. Follow your directions. We're going to use a meat thermometer. I think it usually takes around 4 hours, something like that. And we keep an eye on it. If you get one with them little popper things in it, you can always just go by that. There we go. So I greased the casserole dish and I put the rest of the stuffing inside there, and then we won't be putting that in until we're close to finish. You know, after the turkey probably comes out, we'll put that in real quick because it doesn't take that long. Also, I wanted to make sure, if I didn't mention it before, I'm going to mention it now. We put our oven on 350, so make sure you do that. Finally, the turkey is done. So we open it up. As you can see, we put a meat thermometer in there to make sure that it was done. Now we're going to take it out of here. put it on some pot holders, and we are going to let it cool down. We're going to let that rest for about a half hour. In the meantime, I'm going to start getting my vegetables together, which my vegetables that I'm making for this are actually the ones that I made from Skyrim chicken. So you guys can check that video out and you'll see how I made that. Also, I'm also making mashed potatoes, which I've also done in a previous video. You can check out how I made them. Now we're going to start carving the turkey. Who gets the lucky piece with all the bacon? We hide that underneath everything else, so we'll see who finds it. It's never me. So this is our Thanksgiving feast. So everybody's going to dig in. I'm not going to say grace yet until the camera's off. But until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet up and relax, and I'll meet you at the lounge. Oops. There are some lame people this time, but...
I was on time. I was on time.
You're on time.
Happy Thanksgiving.